Hello, and welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is E-Star Tarot, and today we're going to be doing another collective reading to see what messages our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like to deliver to us today. So, let's see what we have going on. And today I brought in the nice little dolphin statue that I got. Yeah. Special little guy was waiting for me at the store, so I brought him home, and we have this beautiful green aventurine stone to watch over our reading today. So we'll see how that comes into the reading. Oh, here we go. We've got waters here, 6 of Swords. Interesting. So we have some movement going on here. Already I'm thinking movement away from trouble. Hearing movement. Yeah. Definitely energy's moving on. Moving on from something troubling, yeah. It's a good move. The Magician, yeah. And you're making it happen. You have the ability to make yourself have better experiences. Move on to somewhere better for you. Yeah, the Magician here is really calling you to call in your power, to take back your power so that you can make this happen. Let's just get more cards here before we get ahead of ourselves. Sorry, I'm a little off today. Don't know what's going on with me. The energies are weird, and it's stormy out. So, and we got the reverse Knight of Swords. Interesting. Let's get a couple more cards here, just to see what's going on. Yeah. So I'm already getting the sense that you're not making hasty decisions, right? You're doing something more, yeah, out of love. You're not racing towards something that isn't for you anymore. You're moving with love and intention. And look, there's you working hard at it. 8 of Pentacles, yeah. So I think before you might have been trying to race ahead just to get ahead, right? I think you were trying to change your situation as fast as possible, and it almost didn't matter where you ended up because you just wanted to get out of the situation. But you've realized now that that doesn't work for you. That just puts you in a place where you end up somewhere where you have a whole new problem to solve because you didn't move with your heart, you didn't move with intention. Yeah, intention is sort of the key word of this reading right now. You're learning that with this Magician card here. You've really mastered yourself by learning who you are, learning how you want to be in this world, and seeing that maybe you didn't always make decisions that were best for you, or it was decisions that were just made because of how they were perceived by others, or because of, you know, sort of ideas that were put into your head by others. Or you went for something because you thought that's what people do, and that's what people expect from me, so that's what I'm going to do. But that wasn't actually what was working for you. And you were always sort of, before, you were always kind of like this Knight of Swords, racing ahead, trying to get ahead, and jumping into things that weren't really for you. And you didn't understand why they didn't feel right. Because you weren't aligned with your heart. You weren't aligned with your true self. But now you've actually learned kind of how to engage with the side of yourself that can take a pause, take a step back, and get some perspective. See what actually you're feeling inside when you do something, when you do move into something, I don't know, like a new hobby, or get into a relationship with someone as well. You actually have a lot more understanding of what's going on inside when things are happening to you. I think you were almost like you were like dissociated from yourself. It was like you were wearing a mask, like you were just playing a role, and you weren't really being who you truly are. You weren't showing the world your true face. But now that you've taken that mask off, and now that you want to actually be the person that you truly are inside, you want that outside to match the inside, you're finding that the things around you are aligning with that as well. The things that no longer align are falling away. And so the Lovers here shows that it was like two sides of yourself were split apart, and now they're coming back together. And there's angelic guidance here, right? This is divinely guided. You know, it's like your spirit guide stepped in to help you see the right path for you. You know, sometimes when bad things happen to us, or what we perceive as bad things, like something doesn't work out, or we don't get a job, or we don't get that relationship, or that thing that we are pursuing just doesn't work out, we go on a different path. Sometimes that's absolutely, you know, for a reason. Sometimes it's just because it wasn't the path for us. And it actually was distracting you from your the proper timeline that you wanted to be on, the timeline where you actually are the most happy, the most successful, the most aligned. And so now that that is fixing itself, you're going to feel like the Lover's card here. You're going to feel that passion for life. You're going to feel engaged. You're going to feel real. And look, all that productivity, it comes from that. It's because you have that passion to put into your work now, because it's something that you actually feel for. I think maybe before you were working at something that you didn't understand why it was so hard and it was so frustrating, but it was because it wasn't for you. And you didn't even realize that you didn't like it, because you were constantly forcing yourself to like things that you didn't like. Yeah. So now, that's all going to change. You're seeing that shift now, right? You're seeing how it's easier to work hard at something when you love it, when you have passion for it, when it's something that really means something to you. You're bringing passion back into your life. So, yeah. This is a good thing. Even if, I think you've had to go through it, though, to get there. Like it's not easy going through those tough shadow moments, those tower moments that have to teach us these things, right? So what kind of, here we go. Terrarium. It is those foundations weaved with mindfulness that will long sustain you. Yes, exactly. Weaved with mindfulness, intentionality. You're choosing what you really want. You're choosing what matters to you now, not what you think others want you to choose. And it's everything falls from there. Your intuition gets stronger when we do this, because we can know the signals that are being sent to our body, right? It's like if you suddenly realize how you really want to be treated by people, you can read their intentions better, and you can recognize red flags better, because you get that same reaction in your body to, you know, another person's behavior, because it's not always easy to perceive, right? It's not always easy to tell what is going on with them, what is their intentions towards us, what is their, you know, how does their energy interact with mine? Is it a good reaction? You know, 'cause sometimes people don't have bad intentions, but they are bad for us, and it's hard to navigate that sometimes. Yeah. For some reason, I'm being drawn to this deck. So, let's get a Stranger Things card. But it's just like one card. So it's kind of random. Usually I like to go for the oracle cards after the tarot, but I'm going to get one more tarot from this deck, I guess. Get some explanation here going. Isn't that funny? The Magician card came out twice, eh? You got Bob and you got the rabbit. Bob the rabbit. I don't know if I'm making sense here. But yeah, you know, that's pretty auspicious that you got the Magician twice here. You're at a really big turning point in your life where you can make the things you want in your life happen. And you know, it's 11/11 tomorrow, so maybe be really intentional with your manifestations, because that's a big day for manifestations, right? Because it's 11/11, November 11th. And you know, lots of things can happen, right? Be very mindful of your thoughts on, you know, that day. Be very mindful about what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Oh no, wait. This is the reading for November 11th. That's so funny. I was just thinking and then I realized, oh yeah. No wonder the Magician card's coming out, is because this reading will be for November 11th tomorrow. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so maybe you should do something very intentional. Yeah. Let's see what angel cards have to say. Because, you know, we can manifest in the other direction, right? We can manifest things we don't want if our thoughts aren't in the right headspace. Not to scare you or anything. I'm just saying, like, be very aware of how your thoughts are, what direction your thoughts are going in there. We're getting a lot of confirmation right now. Crystal clear intentions, Archangel Michael. Yeah, have clarity with what you want and be very intentional about it. Be clear about your desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Yeah. So I almost feel like something's going to come in for you tomorrow that's pretty significant. Well, it's today, but you know, I just really feel this strongly. Like, I think Archangel Michael has your back. So don't go into tomorrow with fear. Go into it with love. Yeah, because you got the Lovers here. Feel love in your heart and think, you know, have your affirmations ready. Think of things that you want in this life, not the things you're afraid will happen. Be very intentional about it. I think some seed and sickle will give us some clarity here. Yeah, because what's going to happen tomorrow? Can you give us an idea? Or at least what we should do. I feel like you should go out tomorrow and just kind of see what the day brings. Like, maybe be around town, or be like, be in a place for things to happen. Like, don't wait in your house. Don't be sitting at home necessarily. Because, you know, we sit at home, nothing much can happen, but sometimes when we go out, things can go on, right? Wisteria, and it was reversed there, so let's just see what the reverse interpretation of Wisteria is. I always think of spirit guides with this, and there's a number 4 there, which is, you know, I always think of angels with number 4. Maybe extra protection would be good. Yeah, Wisterias are slow, right? And we were talking about slowness with the reverse Knight of Wands here. We want to slow things down. Slow and intentional, right? It's like, you know, when they say going up a mountain, you should think of every step. Maybe don't rush. If you got a busy day planned tomorrow, don't rush it. Don't let yourself get rushed and fly through your day. I think that's important. I think you should just let the day flow. And, like, you know, if you see, Like if you're going down on a walk and you're walking to get somewhere, maybe, you know, take a little detour if you feel called to. Stop by, you know, a lake or something and look at the sunset, or just look at the birds, because maybe something's going to arrive there for you. Maybe a sign, or maybe you'll meet someone there that's going to say something significant to you. Yeah, because the wisteria waits until the weather is perfect before it jumps into action and blooms. Yeah, trust your instincts. That's what wisteria is reminding you of. Listen to your inner voice when making a decision. There's power in stillness and waiting. Don't be like the Knight of Swords here. You're trying to do the opposite of him in this situation. Be like the Knight of Pentacles. It may feel like others are rushing ahead in their endeavors, but you will know when the time is right for you to act. Yeah. Let's get another seed and sickle here. So yeah, just be, don't feel like you have to plan a big day tomorrow. Have a kind of a wistful, I don't know if that resonates with you, but have a day where you kind of just let yourself do what you're feeling. You know, if you drive by somewhere and you're like, I want to stop outside and take a look at this thing, maybe do that. Or, you know, just go with the flow more. Blackthorn, 40, and it was reversed. Again, we got 2 reversals here. I think Blackthorn has the warning of winter, but it's reversed. And we got another 4 here because that was 4 and this is 40. Yeah. You might get a sign from your angels tomorrow. We're getting a lot of 4s here, and we have the Magician. So there's something about, there's strong manifestation, there's strong power in, you know, tomorrow. And then we have the 6 of Swords here. So it kind of makes me wonder if you're going to get like a message or something about something that's going to maybe relate to your work. Like maybe you're going to be able to travel and work, and tomorrow will be a significant day towards that manifestation coming true. Something about that. Yeah. So there's this, the guardian of the ancient woodlands, I'm not sure how to say this, Cailleach? She's like an old woman, a crone figure with a raven on her shoulder. And she's associated with this card here. And it's sort of like people would see her and underestimate her, but the message here is that people do that with you. But you know your true power. Like, people don't see the abilities you have. Look, you have the Magician here, and it's coming out so strongly. People, and maybe that's your gift as well, that you're kind of unseen, that you're a little bit invisible. That you kind of can slip past barriers because you don't stand out in a way that gets you into trouble. And, you know, your power comes out more strongly when you're surrounded by people and places that you love, like that raises your vibration, makes you feel that happiness. When we feel happy, we have a higher vibration, and then magic can happen more easily for us, right? So don't let others' opinions take away that confidence that is, you know, within you. You know your magic is real. Right? You know it's real. So your job is to not let others get to you, to not let them take away from that. If they're someone that drags you down, you know, don't let them be around you tomorrow. Let the magic happen on your own. sometimes when we are on our own, that's when more stuff happens. It's, not that other people are bad, it's just sometimes they get in the way. Other people's energies can really get in the way, unfortunately. And so it's up to us to know the right balance, to know what suits us, to know what's good for us in those situations, to know how to take ourselves out of it, to know how to cleanse ourselves as well. Because sometimes we don't have a choice and we got to spend time in that energy, but we need to get ourselves out of it, right? Althea, yeah, you know your truth. You know what truth is. And maybe there's been something kind of dragging you down, kind of bringing you back down to earth in a way that's, there's a lot going on in the world that can really, make us feel bad or make us feel a little like stressed about the future. But we can overcome that. And by overcoming it and keeping ourselves aligned and stable and grounded, despite that, we actually create the future that we want, right? I'm saying it's the top one. The Pilgrim. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. You're going on a journey here. Look. There's a pilgrimage. You're going on a journey. A trip. Maybe you're just having trouble accepting that things are changing for you. That, your life isn't going to be like it was before. That you have to accept that you're, a little special, that you're different, and you need to go to somewhere that no one else can go. Things are changing fast for you. I think tomorrow, and maybe just in general from today forward, the journey starts here. You're off. You're off on your journey. Yeah. Take a look here. Maybe we can see if we have any more messages from the Pilgrim. There's a little honk outside. An outside journey is always an inward journey, right? So I think you've been doing that. You see that with the Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles here. You've done the work to realize who you are, what your magic is, and how to align with that. Yeah. You know how to go far, but go deep, right? Like, you know how to expand your awareness, but have depth, but have deep spiritual understanding of what's happening to you, what's going on in the world around you. And, there's this wondering about the Pilgrim when they're going to settle down, right? Because they're always journeying, they're always wandering. But the Pilgrim belongs in motion. The Pilgrim belongs in the journey. And that's who you are. So life is always going to be a journey for you. It's always going to be in motion. It's always going to be what's next. And maybe that's something you feel frustrated by. Like, maybe you do feel like, when am I going to settle? When am I going to stop this the struggle of learning and changing and rebirthing? But that's what you're here to do. You're constantly in that state because that's where you're at your best. That's where your magic happens, is when you're challenging yourself and always taking yourself to new heights. Yeah, because you got Bob here and he kind of looks around like, oh boy, what do I do? Maybe you have trouble accepting that aspect of yourself. Like, can I be this person? Can I just be a normal dude? Can I just not have to constantly worry about these other spiritual things going on be around me? But it's kind of special. It's a special life to see the unseen, right? And, there's a lot of freedom in always being in motion, right? You never get to have to be tied down or to stay stuck anywhere. And some people might feel that that's, a struggle to not feel like there's a safe space or a stable home. But sometimes that's part of what makes us special, is that we can live in that environment, that we can always move around and go where we're needed. Sometimes the universe just wants us to move to certain places because we have certain tasks to complete. And it gives us a lot of freedom to move to new places, to see new things, to gain new perspectives. And when we're stuck in the day to day, it kind of, lulls us into a routine. It lulls us into accepting things as they are. But when you're always changing and you're always growing and moving into new places and experiences, you're always remaining dynamic. You always get to be something new and to be ahead of the game. You never go to sleep. There was a random dog bark there. That makes me think of the Fool. The Fool card has the dog in it. It's running along with the guy who's about to climb off or jump off the cliff. I feel like that was confirmation. So strange. You're definitely going on a new journey here. And the Magician comes after the Fool, right? So maybe you've already taken that leap. And you're sort of realizing, yeah, I can be the Magician. You're accepting this identity. You're accepting the call to adventure. Yeah. When you embody the pilgrim, you're never going to be afraid. You're always going to have the courage to move forward, right? Yeah. But the pilgrim has to travel light, right? He has to keep himself free of burdens. And maybe that's part of what's difficult for you, is to let go of the burdens. And you got used to carrying them. Yeah. Let's just see. I'll get one butterfly card, and then I think that'll be probably the end of the reading there. Just to see. Yeah. Will there be any changes? Oh, pretty quick. Memories. Yeah, this is what holds you back. Memories. Nostalgia is pretty powerful, right? It's a powerful thing when we have that love for everything that's kind of been our foundation. All the things of the past, the things that, made us who we are. But if they hold us back, the memories become dysfunctional, right? They aren't serving their purpose for us. And we can always hold memories in our heart, right? We don't have to let them make us sad, right? Because our mind is, the memory keeper. It doesn't have to be, we're throwing the memories away by moving on to something new, right? The memories come from our heart, from our mind. And they're always with us, so you're never going to lose them forever. They'll always be there, and realistically speaking, they're in the past anyway. They're already kind of, gone in a way. But they're always alive in your heart. So don't let it hold you back from your future. You can't stay stuck in the past. And you can't let it stop you. Just noticing the butterfly here in both the cards. And the butterfly's in the jar there, actually, too. There's one in the jar, and then there's one outside the jar. That's so funny. You see that? It's like, you gotta leave the jar. It's like this terrarium here is like the bubble you've been living in for so long. And now you're learning to leave it. You're learning to move on from it. Take that next step on your pilgrimage, essentially. And I think, you know, memories are powerful and good, but we can't let them hold us back or let them distract us from what we want for our future, right? They can serve a purpose, but at the end of the day, you have to focus with unwavering intentionality on the future, right? Because the past, the memories are pictures in our mind of the past. But when we have, you know, future focus, we're thinking of pictures of the future, right? And that's the shift you are making, you're learning to make with the magician here. You're learning not to focus on what has been. You're learning to look at what can be, what could be. And that's where your power lies. That's where everything's going to shift and change for you. Is when you master this aspect of yourself. Yeah. You're working hard at it, so, you know, keep it up. Keep shifting your thoughts and your intentions to the future that you want, and you will move into that future. It's all in your hands, and you have absolutely the qualifications and ability to make the future you want happen in your reality. And your guides are with you, helping you along the way. So, you know, don't be afraid. Just keep moving forward. And move forward at your own pace. Don't feel that you have to go... Don't compare yourself to others, because comparison is the thief of happiness. Go at your own pace and compare yourself only to your past self. Yeah. Okay, I think that's the end. So I hope this was helpful. And, you know, I wish you good luck with all of this. I think you're going to do great. I think there's going to be some big changes coming in for you tomorrow. And even if not on the day, it's going to be from here forward. So, you know, be prepared. Get lots of rest. And have some fun so that you're in a relaxed state and you can receive messages and receive the signs. Let things happen as they're meant to unfold for you, and everything's going to go from there. So, yeah. If you like this video, you can leave a like and subscribe, or leave a comment as well if you feel inclined. I like to hear your stories of how it resonates. Ooh. Someone took a tumble. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care.